Pinky knows now Tori's spelling. Let's do Polly, Mary, Shelley. Frankly, every dime of Ben Sign's money couldn't buy the kinds of things I feel inside whenever you are by my side. Hell, let's play shell games with our feelings. I'm on your line, just keep on reeling. You might be null, so fake's appealing. Stay in the weeds like Kevin Nealon. Heaven only knows what I would be without you. Feel big love like I'm Bill Paxton, but I'm broke like Brian Wilson. Should I hold on like his daughter? Is that lining up for slaughter? Need time for wounds to cauterize, so we hit heights like my alma mater. This is how it goes. Love is always messy. Gotta confess the best me probably can't see how to be a we when you keep me guessing. I want to stress that this is a bad situation for me. I should break up with you, but I don't wanna, cause got a good fit, and you like my body. Got a good fit, and you like my body. Got a good fit, and you like my body. And you like my body. Well, they say I'm on the rebound. Boy, your name is Ben Wallace. Be like Shaq and dunk it back, cause maybe I'm the tallest. But flawless I am not, so I'm questioning that shot. Like Big Ben shooting free throws, but you're really fucking hot. So what do they know? I'm not wounded just because they say so. Wounds will bruise me, sure there's pain, but I always say I'm like a volcano. Can we be the same though? Not a simple yes or say no when you're clogged up on this dude like your life needs fucking Drano. It's insane though. He treats you like shit. And you can't quit it. Now I've really stepped in it, cause I've got the feels for you and I should just move the fuck on. But I'm not going to, because got a good fit, and you like my body. Got a good fit, and you like my body. Got a good fit, and you like my body. And you like my body. And you like my body. Got a good fit, and you like my body. Whatever.
They call me lonely, and I don't know why. I really don't think I'm such a lonely guy.
I've got some problems, but I'm really trying to move on. Yeah, move on. Murder on the beat like Godzilla slaying Tokyo. Just left your girlfriend's sheets. Boomerang, Rufio! Hooked her on this beat, Sonic, she was never saying no. Roll 20 on her tabletop, but she got some booty though. Sonic for the ones with positronic brains that wanna laugh at fuck that run but positive. The ones that let you do that can't tell positronic. If I'm honest, Betty Well will probably still be here the night I leave this cruel demonic world and want me Sonic. Losing brings are worse than me. Like that One Piece Luffy King, I'm out to find that booty, Nami's on it. So what you say out that COVID quarantine, and you're looking good to me. Wanna let me in that Polly Pocket?
Lonely, and I don't know why. I really don't think I'm such a lonely guy.
I've got some problems, but I'm really trying to move on. Yeah, move on. Fucking trends like I'm a winter soldier. No girlfriend, no scully to my molder. I pull on the depends fully when I'm older and still get shaped like a door on good folder. Focus gold ranger hit a pink trend to domesticate. Masticate, I get it straight, so I ain't gonna masturbate. Swapping ride and thinking low faster than my own self-hate. Think I pull like Ricky Bobby, but I'm bagging Ricky Lake. It's just a journey that I'm on. I fuck a lot, don't tell my mom. I suck at bills cause weed's the bomb, and I like the girls when they get that green on. You did something hard to swallow, leaving me. Borrowed Jordan's lines, line you with my density. Now I'm back to a future where it's just me in a world of
They call me lonely, and I don't know why. I really don't think I'm such a lonely guy.
I've got some problems, but I'm really trying to move on. Yeah, move on.
They call me lonely, and I don't know why. I really don't think I'm such a lonely guy.
is like the economy. Don't call it a recession, cause 1% think it's great and the rest of y'all can lay off. I'm guessing sticking to dick jokes at nearly 40s childhood regression. When the fuck is the payoff? Clearly shorty was a better term than bitches, but when situations got us digging ditches just to pay some bills, we fixing back to burning witches when we should be burning corporations, but we bridges down fixing for pills. But who cares? Cause I can make it still, be the 1%. Ain't that the thrill? That'll fix it all. Let bears and bulls do their will, but it bears repeating. We full ass can't pay our bills still. Gotta keep the hope alive. American dreams for American lives. You forget your woes when I shuck and jive, and if that doesn't work, scroll me on by. The next video make you happy, you're sure this time. The next video make you happy, you're sure this time. The next video make you happy, you're sure this time. The next video make you happy, you're sure this time. Got a good fit, and you like my body. Got a good fit, and you like my body. Got a good fit, and you like my body. Sure, we may not be healthy, but we're cuter than a selfie. Pure like romance market, self-pleasuring, multi-level market selling. It's telling how we're always faulty on the shelf, but still be fucking. Fucky knows now Tori spelling. Let's do Polly, Mary Shelley. Frankly, every dime of Ben Sign's money couldn't buy the kinds of things I feel inside whenever you are by my side. Hell, let's play shell games with our feelings. I'm on your line, just keep on reeling. You might be null, so fake's appealing. Stay in the weeds like Kevin Nealon. Heaven only knows what I would be without you. Feel big love like I'm Bill Paxton, but I'm broke like Brian Wilson. Should I hold on like his daughter? Is that lining up for slaughter? Need time for wounds to cauterize, so we hit heights like my alma mater. This is how it goes. Love is always messy. Gotta confess the best me probably can't see how to be a we when you keep me guessing. I want to stress that this is a bad situation for me. I should break up with you, but I don't wanna, cause got a good fit, and you like my body. Got a good fit, and you like my body. Got a good fit, and you like my body. You like my body. Well, they say I'm on the rebound. Boy, your name is Ben Wallace. Be like Shaq and dunk it back, cause maybe I'm the tallest. But flawless I am not, so I'm questioning that shot. Like Big Ben shooting free throws. But you're really fucking hot! So what do they know? I'm not wounded just because they say so. Goons will bruise me, sure there's pain, but I always stay on like a volcano. Can we be the same though? Not a simple yes or say no when you're clogged up on this dude like your life needs fucking Drano. It's insane though. He treats you like shit. And you can't quit it. Now I've really stepped in it, cause I've got the feels for you and I should just move the fuck on. But I'm not going to, because got a good fit, and you like my body. Got a good fit, and you like my body. Got a good fit, and you like my body. And you like my body. And you like my body. Got a good fit, and you like my body. Whatever.
They call me lonely, and I don't know why. I really don't think I'm such a lonely guy.
I've got some problems, but I'm really trying to move on. Yeah, move on. Murder on the beat like Godzilla slaying Tokyo. Just left your girlfriend's sheets. Boomerang, Rufio! Hooked her on this beat, Sonic. She was never saying no. Roll 20 on her tabletop, but she got some booty though. Chronic for the ones with positronic brains that wanna laugh at fucked up run but positive. The ones that let you do that kid's so positronic. If I'm honest, Betty Well will probably still be here the night I leave this cruel demonic world and want me Sonic. Losing brings are worse than me. Like that One Piece Luffy King, I'm out to find that booty, Nami's on it. So what you say out that COVID quarantine and you're looking good to me? Wanna let me in that Polly Pocket?
Lonely, and I don't know why. I really don't think I'm such a lonely guy.
I've got some problems, but I'm really trying to move on. Yeah, move on.
Fucking trends like
like I'm a winter soldier. No girlfriend, no scully to my molder. I'll pull on the defense fully when I'm older and still get checked like a Goron gets molder. Focus Gold Ranger hater, pink trying to domesticate. Masticate, I get it straight, so I ain't gonna masturbate. Swapping ride and taking low faster than my own self-hate. Think I'm cool like Ricky Bobby, but I'm bagging Ricky Lake. It's just a journey that I'm on. I fuck a lot, don't tell my mom. I suck at bills cause weed's the bomb, and I like the girls when they get that green on. You did something hard to swallow, leaving me. Borrowed drugs and swines line you with my density. Now I'm back to a future where it's just me in a world of
They call me lonely, and I don't know why. I really don't think I'm such a lonely guy.
I've got some problems, but I'm really trying to move on. Yeah, move on.
They call me lonely, and I don't know why. I really don't think I'm such a lonely guy.
Like the economy, don't call it a recession, cause 1% think it's great and the rest of y'all can lay off. I'm guessing sticking to dick jokes at nearly 40's childhood regression. When the fuck is the payoff? Clearly shorty was a better term to bitches, but when situations got us digging ditches just to pay some bills, we fixing back to burning witches when we should be burning corporations, but we bridges down fixing for pills. But who cares, cause I can make it still be the 1%. Ain't that the thrill? That'll fix it all. Let bears and bulls do their will, but it bears repeating, we full ass can't pay our bills still. Gotta keep the hope alive. American dreams for American lives. You forget your woes when I shuck and jive, and if that doesn't work, scroll me on by. The next video make you happy, you're sure this time. Next video make you happy, you're sure this time. Next video make you happy, you're sure this time. The next video make you happy, you're sure this time.
Got a good fit, and you like my body. Got a good fit, and you like my body. Got a good fit, and you like my body. Sure, we may not be healthy, but we're cuter than a selfie. Pure like romance market, self-pleasuring, multi-level market selling. Telling how we're always faulty on the shelf, but still be fucking. Fucky knows now Tori spelling. Let's do Polly, Mary Shelley. Frankly, every dime of Ben Science money couldn't buy the kinds of things I feel inside whenever you are by my side. Hell, let's play shell games with our feelings. I'm on your line, just keep on reeling. You might be null, so fake's appealing. Stay in the weeds like Kevin Nealon. Heaven only knows what I would be without you. Feel big love like I'm Bill Paxton, but I'm broke like Brian Wilson. Should I hold on like his daughter? Is that lining up for slaughter? Be time for wounds to cauterize, so we hit heights like my alma mater. This is how it goes. Love is always messy. Gotta confess the best me probably can't see how to be a we when you keep me guessing. I want to stress that this is a bad situation for me. I should break up with you, but I don't wanna, cause got a good fit, and you like my body. Got a good fit, and you like my body. Got a good fit, and you like my body. And you like my body. Well, they say I'm on the rebound. Boy, your name is Ben Wallace. Be like Shaq and dunk it back, cause maybe I'm the tallest. But flawless I am not, so I'm questioning that shot. Like Big Ben shooting free throws, but you're really fucking hot. So what do they know? I'm not wounded just because they say so. Goons will bruise me, sure there's pain, but I always say I'm like a volcano. Can we be the same though? Not a simple yes or say no when you're clogged up on this dude like your life needs fucking Drano. It's insane though. He treats you like shit, and you can't quit it. Now I've really stepped in it, cause I've got the feels for you and I should just move the fuck on. But I'm not going to, because got a good fit, and you like my body. Got a good fit, and you like my body. Got a good fit, and you like my body. And you like my body. And you like my body. Got a Whatever.
They call me lonely, and I don't know why. I really don't think I'm such a lonely guy.
I've got some problems, but I'm really trying to move on. Yeah, move on. Murder on the beat like Godzilla slaying Tokyo. Just left your girlfriend's sheets. Boomerang, Rufio!
Hooked her on this beat, Sonic. She was never saying no. Roll 20 on her tabletop, but she got some booty though.
Chronic for the ones with positronic brains that wanna laugh and fuck that run but positive. The ones that let you do that catch all positronic. If I'm honest, Betty Well will probably still be here the night I leave this cruel demonic world and want me Sonic. Losing brings are worse than me. Like that One Piece Luffy King, I'm out to find that booty, Nami's on it. So what you say out that COVID quarantine? And you're looking good to me. Wanna let me in that Polly Pocket?
Lonely, and I don't know why. I really don't think I'm such a lonely guy.
I've got some problems, but I'm really trying to move on. Yeah, move on. Fucking trends like I'm a winter soldier. No girlfriend, no scully to my molder. I'll pull on the depends fully when I'm older and still get chicks like a door on good molder. Focus gold ranger hater, pink trying to domesticate. Masticate, I get it straight, so I ain't gonna masturbate. Swapping ride and sinking low faster than my own self-hate. Think I pull like Ricky Bobby, but I'm bagging Ricky Lake. It's just a journey that I'm on. I fuck a lot, don't tell my mom. I suck at bills cause weed's the bomb, and I like the girls when they get that green on. She did something hard to swallow, leaving me. Borrowed George's line, you were my density. Now I'm back to a future where it's just me in a world of
They call me lonely, and I don't know why. I really don't think I'm such a lonely guy.
I've got some problems, but I'm really trying to move on. Yeah, move on.
They call me lonely, and I don't know why. I really don't think I'm such a lonely guy.
Like the economy, don't call it a recession, cause 1% think it's great and the rest of y'all can lay off. I'm guessing sticking to dick jokes at nearly 40s childhood regression. When the fuck is the payoff? Clearly shorty was a better term than bitches, but with situations gotta stick in ditches. Just a pace of pills we fixin' back to burning witches when we should be burning corporations, but we bridges down fixin' for pills. But who cares, cause I can make it still be the 1%. Ain't that the thrill? That'll fix it all. Let bears and bulls do their will, but it bears repeating. We full ass can't pay our bills still. Gotta keep the hope alive. American dreams for American lives. You forget your woes when I shuck and jive, and if that doesn't work, scroll me on by. The next video make you happy, you're sure this time. The next video make you happy, you're sure this time. The next video make you happy, you're sure this time. The next video make you happy, you're sure this time.
Not be healthy, but we're cuter than a selfie. Pure like romance market, self-pleasuring, multi-level market selling. Telling how we're always faulty on the shelf, but still be fucking. Fucky knows now Tori spelling. Let's do Polly, Mary Shelley. Frankly, every dime of Ben Science money couldn't buy the kinds of things I feel inside whenever you are by my side. Hell, let's play shell games with our feelings.
I'm on your line, just keep on reeling.
You might be null, so fake's appealing. Stay in the weeds like Kevin Nealon. heaven only knows what I would be without you. Feel big love like I'm Bill Paxton, but I'm broke like Brian Wilson. Should I hold on like his daughter? Is that lining up for slaughter? Be time for wounds to cauterize so we hit heights like my alma mater. This is how it goes. Love is always messy. Gotta confess the best me probably can't see how to be a we when you keep me guessing.
I want to stress that this is a bad situation for me. I should break up with you, but I don't wanna, cause
Got a good fit, and you like my body. Got a good fit, and you like my body. Got a good fit, and you like my body. You like your body. Well, they say I'm on the rebound. Boy, your name is Ben Wallace. Be like Shaq and dunk it back, cause maybe I'm the tallest. But flawless I am not, so I'm questioning that shot. Like Big Ben shooting free throws. But you're really fucking hot. So what do they know? I'm not wounded just because they say so. Wounds will bruise me, sure there's pain, but I always stay on like a volcano. Can we be the same though? Not a simple yes or say no when you're clogged up on this dude like your life needs fucking Drano. It's insane though. He treats you like shit.
and you can't quit it. Now I've really stepped in it, cause I've got the feels for you and I should just move the fuck on. But I'm not going to, because
got a good fit, and you like my body. Got a good fit, and you like my body. Got a good fit, and you like my body. And you like my body. And you like my body. Got a good fit, and you like my body.
whatever.
They call me lonely, and I don't know why. I really don't think I'm such a lonely guy.
I've got some problems, but I'm really trying to move on. Yeah, move on.
Murder on the beat like Godzilla slaying Tokyo. Just left your girlfriend sheets. Boomerang Rufio. Hooked her on this beat. Sonic, she was never saying no. Roll 20 on her tabletop, but she got some booty though. Sonic for the ones with positronic brains that wanna laugh and fuck that run but positive. The ones that let you do that kid's so positronic. If I'm honest, Betty well will probably still be here the night I leave this cruel demonic world and want me Sonic. Losing brings are worse than me. Like that One Piece losing king, I'm out to find that booty, now me's on it. So what you say out that COVID quarantine and you're looking good to me? Wanna let me in that Polly Pocket?
Lonely, and I don't know why. I really don't think I'm such a lonely guy.
I've got some problems, but I'm really trying to move on. Yeah, move on. Fucking trends like I'm a winter soldier. No girlfriend, no scully to my molder. I pull on the defense fully when I'm older and still get checked like a door on good folder. Focus gold ranger hater, pink trying to domesticate. Masticate, I get it straight so I ain't gonna masturbate. Swapping ride and taking low faster than my own self-hate. Think I pull like Ricky Bobby, but I'm bagging Ricky Lake. It's just a journey that I'm on. I fuck a lot, don't tell my mom. I suck at bills cause weed's the bomb, and I like the girls when they get that green on. You did something hard to swallow, leaving me. Borrowed Jordan's lines, line you with my density. Now I'm back to a future where it's just me in a world of
They call me lonely, and I don't know why. I really don't think I'm such a lonely guy.
I've got some problems, but I'm really trying to move on. Yeah, move on.
They call me lonely, and I don't know why. I really don't think I'm such a lonely guy.
economy. Don't call it a recession, because 1% think it's great and the rest of y'all can lay off. I'm guessing sticking to dick jokes at nearly 40s childhood regression. When the fuck is the payoff? Clearly shorty was a better term to bitches, but when situations got us digging ditches just to pay some bills, we fix it back to burning witches when we should be burning corporations. But we bridges down fixing for pills, but who cares? Cause I can make it still, be the 1%. Ain't that the thrill? That'll fix it all. Let bears and bulls do their will, but it bears repeating. We full ass can't pay our bills still. Gotta keep the hope alive. American dreams for American lives. You forget your woes when I shuck and jive, and if that doesn't work, scroll me on by. The next video make you happy, you're sure this time. Next video make you happy, you're sure this time. Next video make you happy, you're sure this time. Next video make you happy, you're sure this time.
Got a good fit, and you like my body. Got a good fit, and you like my body. Got a good fit, and you like my body. Sure, we may not be healthy, but we're cuter than a selfie. Pure like romance, market self-pleasuring, multi-level market selling. It's telling how we're always faulty on the shelf, but still be fucking. Fucky knows now Tori spelling. Let's do Polly, Mary Shelley. Frankly, every dime of Ben Science money couldn't buy the kinds of things I feel inside whenever you are by my side. Hell, let's play shell games with our feelings. I'm on your line, just keep on reeling. You might be null, so fake's appealing. Stay in the weeds like Kevin Nealon. Heaven only knows what I would be without you. Feel big love like I'm Bill Paxton, but I'm broke like Brian Wilson. Should I hold on like his daughter? Is that lining up for slaughter? Be time for wounds to cauterize, so we hit heights like my alma mater. This is how it goes. Love is always messy. Gotta confess the best me probably can't see how to be a we when you keep me guessing. I want to stress that this is a bad situation for me. I should break up with you, but I don't wanna, cause got a good fit, and you like my body. Got a good fit, and you like my body. Got a good fit, and you like my body. You like my body. Well, they say I'm on the rebound. Boy, your name is Ben Wallace. Be like Shaq and dunk it back, cause maybe I'm the tallest. But flawless I am not, so I'm questioning that shot. Like Big Ben shooting free throws, but you're really fucking hot. So what do they know? I'm not wounded just because they say so. Wounds will bruise me, sure there's pain, but I always stay on like a volcano. Can we be the same though? Not a simple yes or say no when you're clogged up on this dude like your life needs fucking Drano. It's insane though. He treats you like shit, and you can't quit it. Now I've really stepped in it, cause I've got the feels for you and I should just move the fuck on. But I'm not going to, because got a good fit, and you like my body. Got a good fit, and you like my body. Got a good fit, and you like my body. And you like my body. And you like my body. Got a good fit, and you like my body. Whatever.
They call me lonely, and I don't know why. I really don't think I'm such a lonely guy.
I've got some problems, but I'm really trying to move on. Yeah, move on. Burger on the beat like Godzilla slaying Tokyo. Just left your girlfriend's sheets. Boomerang, Rufio! Hooked her on the feet.
Well, I am not my much prettier girlfriend, but you should stick around and watch what I'm doing anyways, cause I share some stream accounts with my much prettier girlfriend, but I think if you hang out, you'll find out that I am a share a Twitch account. Twitch.com/dorkspace. She's on it honestly most of the time. I'm sorry that I'm not the hottie that you were hoping to find. Pretty hot though, if I say so, just not the hottie you were looking for. But I'm playing every game on the Nintendo 64 and every Final Fantasy game that's come before. So please stay and watch me, por favor. I can't do this song anymore.
Hello. Hello, hi, hello. Hello, welcome to Thursday. It got a much slower than planned start, but we're going, we're cooking. Hi, hello. Hello, Sam. Hello, Mello. Hello, I think I saw Shiki up there. Hi, everyone. Good morning. Hello, burgers. When you beat the streamer to their own stream. Yeah, it's one of those mornings. So, and then it was like I could have been here like 10 minutes ago. And then it was, I looked and Selena's like, it was fine. It was just like I'm guessing it was a bug bite that like got scratched into bleeding or something on her leg, but I was like, there's blood on your leg. And then it's that thing that adult partners do for each other sometimes where it's like, hey, no, it's fine, but like maybe we make sure that doesn't get infected. You silly crazy pants. Like, yes, you can stop doing adult things for 2 seconds. And so that's been my morning. But yeah, good morning, everyone. Hello. Glad people appreciate the songs. Since a lot of those, like, this will probably be where they live because, like, if I ever get around to doing like a non-Red Raptor music thing at some point, I'm sure it'll have be a lot more serious. Like, I don't know about that much more serious, but I'm definitely not going to be like wanting to include things from like, you know, while Jeff was a man about town songs. Those aren't really indicative of who I am anymore, nor really were they at the time. Hence the it's gonna let me sleep even though I don't need to. I've been charging nothing this night. Burger says, so I get crazy mosquito bites. Also, big congrats to Burgers, who is now officially engaged to one of my favorite humans ever. And Burgers is one of my favorite humans ever. So, two amazing, awesome humans that are officially entwined now, although they've been basically there for forever. Okay, let me see item-wise what we have going on. We have all these elixirs. Yeah, I think we're good to make a run. The waifu, I took a walk at the park and I got lit up, and she didn't get bit at all. Oh, that's usually my experience everywhere too. Is that I will go. I remember when like Pokemon Go was the new thing, and I would get drugged to all these different parks so that people could play Pokemon Go, and then it would seem to consistently be that then we would get there, like they would just get chewed up and bit up insanely, and then I would be completely fine. And that's the Pandemonium map. We need the Jade Passage map first, although I don't super need it for that. Let's see, I need to go down into the middle. She says I get devoured by mosquitoes all the time. It makes me grumpy. It's not the best. Thank you. 8 years in the making. Yeah. Huh. Okay. We're so far our RNG is what you would call not the best here. For our first battle that we got out the gate. Are we gonna beat this today? My guess now is no. We do have one soft at least, maybe two, but can we get through this? Burger says, so with being all the Final Fantasies, you gotta play all of the Final Fantasies on DS and replay them. No, the goal is not to play all the remakes. Yeah, it's to beat the number. I'm good. So I'm gonna like try to play like as close to the original interpretation of each thing as possible. I guess we just reset at this point. I think that's a better option than trying to. Which feels like cheating, but it's definitely not. This is not the run. Yeah, no. Most of the original interpretation is really fun with your darn rebellions. Yeah, I mean, there's not too much that could be done about the fact that, like, yeah, this did not come out in English. So, and then every version that did come out in English has had some pretty, especially because of the opinions on this game over the years, it's had some pretty sweeping. I got that wrong. How did I get that wrong? Where's the star? I just must have gone up too quickly. Wait, no, that's that. Is this map wrong? I think this map is wrong. Which is itself fun. Yeah, some of the translations, I'm editing together slowly my video on this game, and that's like one of my favorite moments is it's not even a lot of them. I just take like 2 or 3 of the bad translation moments back to back. It's not the best. Yes, that map is wrong. Cool. Good to know. But I still think, for me personally, and my tastes, which are like different than everybody else's, it is important to me to play these in as close to the original kind of vision for them as possible. And I completely understand why to some people that is just like lunacy. She says, "Oh, Jeff, have you seen Scare Me?" I don't think so. I'm hoping, if I can make the money work, I'm hoping, I might have to wait till Tuesday, but I'm hoping tonight to go to Weapons, which I'm very, very excited about. Because it is directed by the guy who made Barbarian, which is a horror movie that I absolutely loved. And he's one of the members of Whitest Kids You Know. The one that is still with us, because sadly we lost Trevor. AKA White Kid Born Poorly. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, wise kids, you know, ruled. All right, so we need to get door number 3, which is if this map isn't wrong, we're gonna go up. Door number 5, up and then down and over and then up all the way. Okay, that tracks. She said, I was just talking about that with Shoes last night. I hope it's really good. People that I don't even expect to like be receptive to horror stuff as much have come out and been giving that movie 5 stars. So I'm very cautiously excited about it. Burger says, stop hacking, Jeff. No walkthroughs allowed. At this point, we are well past that. We were at the please God use a walkthrough section of let's try to put this game to bed. Burger says, I wish I could watch scary movies because I want to see it. I will say that the his last movie both hit worse and better in theaters, like with that, like one of those things where like the crowd of people helped because like he paces those things like a Whitest Kids You Know sketch in a lot of ways, and it's like there's moments where you're like where you're laughing, and it's just like having an audience full of people all reacting to that at the same time was a lot of fun, which is like where I kind of want to see it tonight, but then honestly I'm just like, when can I make sure that I'm in the crowd with the most people in it? This weirdly where I would want to be for that one. Too scary for the Burger Boy. All right. That's the way my ex-wife was. She could not handle even the slightest horror thing. Like, and I've infected our children even more so than that probably would have happened if we stayed together, because it's like, oh man, at Dad's house we just watch horror movies, and then they go to their mom's house and they like, even if they want to turn on like things like as mild as like Nightmare Before Christmas, their mom's just like Burger says, I like the stories and I'll read them, but I won't watch them. Interesting. How are you with horror video games? Can you handle those at all? For a long time, I could not play horror video games at all, and I'm still not the best at it. Like, it becomes a struggle real quick for me. I do a lot better if it's in like the context of like a stream or something. I mean anything that's like designed, I think, at the first and foremost to be scary more than it's designed to be like the tough thing is there's a lot of action. And so many of them, especially as we were growing up, drifted action. Like, I think the first Dead Space is like one of my favorite. Oh, I gotta stop with the fire on them. They like fire. What I get for not paying attention. I love the first Dead Space. I would say even someone who's like has an issue with horror can probably play the second Dead Space fight, because it just turns into a silly action game. I think the only horror game I played was Resident Evil 4. That's definitely a horror game, though. I could not play Resident Evil 4 for years. I would turn it on and I would go, and people would be like, "This is the best game ever made." And I'd be like, "Yeah, I thought the first 10 minutes of that was really good." and then I turned it off forever. And there's something about there's something about the actual gameplay. Like I can sit and read horror, I can sit and watch horror, but there's something about like actually being in control that just made it too much for me, and I could not handle it, and then I do a lot better with it now. But Scare Me is a couple years old, I think, but it's two authors stuck in a cabin with the power out telling each other scary stories. Oh, so is it like an anthology type movie? I love those. Like Creepshow is probably my all-time favorite. Which Burgers, you could handle Creepshow because it's just like silly schlock. And Creepshow, you watch and have a good time, but know that you're just there for the nonsense and the it is just really silly. It's trying to think. So it's Creepshow is like one of my all-time favorite movies. It was made in the 80s by Stephen King and George Romero, the guy who like invented the zombie. But those two guys like grew up loving the 1950s horror comics, and so Creepshow is just a send-up of those. To the point that like as it's moving between stories in the movie, it literally flips a comic book and then starts. But Tom Savini, who's like the genius dude behind like every zombie special effect that you remember, like he does all the special effects for that movie. They're all practical, and it's just like they're over the top, silly fun. It's great. Burger says the backstory for me with RE4 was I borrowed it from a friend and I had a hard time playing it, but enjoyed it. Couldn't get that far in. Ended up buying it and was able to play it. Nice. Yeah, I have played it now, especially the remake. But forever, it was one of those things where it was just like, he would be like, "Isn't that the greatest game ever?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, totally. It totally is." I did not play it. And it wasn't, you couldn't watch streams back then. It was like you could just like flip on YouTube and watch someone play through a game and be like, "Yeah, I totally played that game." Although now I guess kids couldn't do that anyways, because someone would be like, "I looked at your trophies." You never played it. Played 7, got too scared on it. Yeah, 7 is very scary. I would say I was like slowly daring myself a little farther through 7 each time and was struggling. I got through 8 fine though. You can skip to 8 if you want, and as a fellow scaredy cat, at least when it comes to games, I endorse that move. And then, you like me are, marrying outside your league. What you do is you start a stream with that person, and then you watch them play the games that you can't get through. And Shiki said it's a little more low maintenance than that. They tell the stories with some sound effects behind them to make it creepier. Oh, that's cool. Playing RE4 Remake right now. I don't have 8. Played only an hour of 7. Yeah, 7's insane. Seems the Shiki also flies through games I'm trash at. Yeah, I think that's a pretty common occurrence for all of us. 7 is so intense, especially the first couple hours. I think all of those modern ones have this problem where, because 7 has it, 8 has it, maybe they all do, honestly, where it's like they're they really have the best parts of it at the very start of the game, and then after you do that stuff, it's like it's fine. It's just not what it was. But that means that like if you as a scaredy cat can push past that first couple of hours, it really gets more manageable after that. Those first couple hours of that game though are just so intense and so hard to like get through, and then also like it, you know, it becomes more fantasy horror over the course of that game. I think part of what makes that game so terrible at the very start of it is like you are dealing with like something that feels like you could wander into, especially, not to put too fine a point on it, in today's America, just like the thing of like wandering into the wrong house and things going like wildly bad. Somehow did not anticipate how many Lion King clips were made. I at least am not guilty this time. I've been not around, and when I have been around, I've not been at a computer to make clips like I used to, which is a bummer. But sometimes I'm like, oh man, that was really funny, and then I will be like, I'm going to make sure I make a clip of that later, and then I never do. I fail you. Cheeky, are you on Letterboxd? Stop being so dramatic. I refuse. Bashiki, if you want to be on Letterboxd, we can be Letterboxd friends. And it's one of the few places of the internet that feels like internet did, like, 5-10 years ago. And I think it's pretty neat. But it's just, you just journal the movies you watch on there. That's all. And then you can see what your friends are watching. I need to do these collection sites, but it gets overwhelming. It's not, I think some people use it as a collection site. Most people I know that do it, they literally just do it to like, when you finish a movie and you're like, that was neat. You can literally just find the movie and click, I watched it. You don't have to do anything. I like to write like a pithy 1-sentence jokey review of everything. Because that's me. But it's really just, I think, more an ability to kind of like journal and then kind of look back at like, oh, these are all the movies I watched over the last like year. And then sometimes you find like, you'd be like, oh, I have no memory of watching this movie, but I gave it 3 stars and said this about it. That's weird. Jeff, are you on backlogged now? Man, I cannot get into game collecting. I can in the sense of like, if it's in a very like contained, like, okay, I'm game collecting for the sake of like this Final Fantasy show. I cannot get into game collecting in like a bigger sense. Because the problem is like this Letterboxd. Yeah, I've seen yours. You just mark what you play. Okay. But the danger and the problem is I would go like, oh, it says I guess I could just choose not to engage with the owning part. Made a list about your collection with now. Okay. You know, Mark, if you own it. Okay. See, I thought that was... There is one that is... Because there are a bunch of them that are built more around the idea of straight up collecting. But on my way to make list, that's not what the site is intended for. Okay. Yeah, my only engagement with that is through you, so I had the wrong impression of what that was. But no, I letterbox like crazy for like 2 years, and then I didn't for like 2 or 3 years, and then I'm back at it again. But like for me, it's like there's a bunch of friends that I don't have time to keep up with right now. But like we could see each other's like, oh, they watched this movie, and it's a nice little way to like kind of be still. It reminds me of how the internet used to be, because it's like Facebook used to be a neat place because you could be like, well, I don't get to talk to this person as much as I want to, but I could get to see what's going on with their life this way, instead of the complete cesspool that it has become now. And Letterbox, and I imagine, maybe Backlog does the same way, is neat because it's like, it kind of goes back to that of just like, well, I could just see what my friends are doing. And then I still feel like slightly connected to them, even though, we're live on the other sides of the country now and don't get to message as much as we would want to. Him has forgotten everything, but we don't really use him to cast spells. So that should be all right. We want the furthest door. Okay. And now we're in 4. Basically across the bottom. We're not able to cross there? That seems too easy. Seems too easy. You're very forgetful IR out there. It's on brand. It does kind of look like your emote with you just sitting there. Burn. Selena had me watch this movie this week that was wildly triggering. Called Starling Girl. It was one of those movies that was incredibly well made, but one of those like, I don't want to ever watch this again, ever. It's, because it was about a 17-year-old girl and a youth pastor. The movie's having a moment right now because the guy from Thunderbolts is the guy who plays the youth pastor in it. It's a very well-made film. It was rough though, because it was a very well-made film. Like, one of those movies that probably other people watching and go like, that's really weird. Like, I don't know that like all that is how that would go down. And I'm sitting there watching it like, oh, that's 100% how all of this would go down. She says that was me with Alice Darling, a young woman with a horrible, controlling, abusive boyfriend who went to spend time with her friends. Yeah. I don't know why we do these things to ourselves, but I'm always just like, and Selena's like, is this okay? And I'm just like, yeah, I can't not watch it now. I even if you weren't here, if I found out about this, I would probably be flipping it on because I can't stop myself. There's Anna Kendrick, and holy shit, she did so well. She's amazing. Did you watch the movie? I think she directed it, or she at least produced it, of her playing the real life woman who there's the guy who was on The Dating Game who was a serial killer, and she plays the real life woman who like picked him on The Dating Game and then went out on a date with him. And it's Anna Kendrick, and she does such a good job, but that movie is rough. I want to say she directed it, but it might just be she produced it. Oh, this is the one where you have to go completely around like that. Okay. I remember this one. Haven't yet. That was one of the options for the watch party. Maybe I'll watch it this week. It's good. I mean, it's good in the way you and I find things good. It's definitely it's so like finding out that Selena and I were that same brand of just like watching and enjoying fucked up movies, like especially things that are psychologically traumatic, and be like, ooh, nice. Like, but like the way we were like slowly unrolling those on each other when we first got together. It's horribly traumatizing. It's good, exactly. My favorite thing about that Anna Kendrick movie is that you can tell there's a lot of reviews of it written by men that are just like, nothing really happens in this movie. It's not that scary. And then every woman I've talked to that's watched that movie is like, that is the most terrifying movie I've ever seen in my life. I don't know about like most, but like it's just the horrors of that film are subtle in a way that only if you are a woman who has to navigate these things, or have you know, spent a lot of time with women who have been patient enough to like bring that stuff to your eyeballs over and over and over again, like is that stuff is obvious, and some of it is like just in the acting too. It's so subtle and good. Oh, that's what I was looking for. I need to try to make Sam less forgetful. There we go. Cheeky says, I'm so glad Sam puts up with my weirdness. His brand of that is, it's gut-wrenchingly sad. It's good. I have both. Has Sam watched Wild Robot yet? Is that a thing that we've done to poor young Samuel? I mean, it's... Wild Robot's one of the best movies I've ever seen, but I have not ever watched that movie successfully. That is like the challenge of that film is like, can you watch it and not just like be a wreck of tears afterwards? Who is he and his? I just got back and saw you mention me before. Yeah, have you... Sam, have you seen the film The Wild Robot? Okay. I think you would very much enjoy that film. That said, it is a, yeah, is there enough things happening to Sam? No, it's not a surprise that you've not seen it. I think you should see it. I think you would. Don't put fire on them, Jeffrey. That heals them, you dumb slut. Oh, they're just gonna run away. Okay, that's good because that was not going well for me. Yeah, we were talking just about like how you appreciate a good sad movie. Jeff, you're smart slut. I wasn't at that point. Did any of that stick? No, he just needs cured. Okay. I would say that Wild Robot would be very up your alley but there will be in both Wild Robot and Flow, which would be the two films that I would be like, you should probably make sure Sam watches these. I know he watches like 4 movies a year, but like 2 of them should be Wild Robot and Flow. Both of them, I think during the movie, Sam would be like, I'm so mad. Why would Jeff think I would enjoy this? Ah! And then afterwards would be like, that is one of my favorite movies of all time. In coping with many feels through Ni no Kuni, my movie watching has gone up since I've been working on my... Nice. I read a lot more again, too. I need to work on reading more. I've started working on like watching more movies and then eating my phone out of existence while I do so. And then also just watching things that demand a little more attention. There's a lot of modern movies that are made with the purpose that like people can follow them with a phone in their hand. And I am trying to avoid stuff like that in my life at this point. We've been watching a lot of Shaun the Sheep because I hit a pretty bad depressive episode last week, and that led to me watching basically a ton of Wallace and Gromit. And then one of the spin-off things is Shaun the Sheep. And Shaun the Sheep's all on Tubi and is incredible. It's a very good time. Spend less time on Twitch now, Sam says. It's a weird balance. I want to support my friends, but at the same time I need to cut off so I can focus on other things. Yeah, that's fair and important, and it's a hard line to draw because this was for a better year of my life. This was how I hung out with people, was by hopping on Twitch and hanging out, and whether it was actually streaming or hanging out in streams, and it's been a weird adjustment to be doing less of that these days. It feels weirdly hypocritical. Yeah, especially, it's like, and then if your income gets tied up in it, like, it gets really weird. But there's like, there's a weird thing that I've watched happen sometimes where it's like there's a big, so like we've been doing a live comic sale on Facebook for 8 years now, something like that. And I don't spend a lot of time in live comic sales, and like it's a little different, right? Of a thing, because that's a little more of a little less of a hangout and more of a transactional thing. But I did watch when there was this huge, like, after Whatnot became a thing, there was like a huge run up of suddenly like a lot of people that weren't doing live shows before started doing live shows. In the way it kind of took off for a minute, in the way like, you know, everybody has a Twitch stream, and it was a weird like thing for a second where it was just like everybody had a live comic sale, and then as I was watching, it was like then everyone felt pressured to hang out in everybody else's live comic sale and buy things from each other. There was like this weird like thing where it's like, is this, you know, the common, you know, thing of talk about a lot, especially those of us like struggle financially, and you watch the same like $20 to $100 trade around over and over, and so no one's getting any richer, but like except for Whatnot, you know, Whatnot's taking their percent every time that same $100 trades around. It's just like, and everyone feels all this pressure to be in everybody else's like thing and everything, and it's just, that's not how it's supposed to be. Like, it's supposed to be these things are supposed to exist to, you know, bring joy to everyone. Yeah, sounds like an evolution for Foul. Yeah, when it's like, it's not, I watched it happen organically, though. It wasn't like it was something where it was like you saw it and you're like, oh man, yeah, people are just really trying to game the system. It was like they're all friends, you know, and they made friends, and they're like, okay, cool, if I'm hanging out in your thing, so you're hanging out in my thing, and but it's, I don't know. I've watched it happen in stand-up too, of where people get like, okay, I'm booking a show, and I'm booking a show so that and it's gonna be Thursday nights at this bar, and am I booking the comedians that will make this the best show, that'll make the bar the most money and the show the best, and the show that I feel like objectively is the best show? Or am I booking the guy who is booking the Sunday show because I want to go up on the Sunday show, and the person who books the Monday show because I want to go up on the Monday show? So the same thing happens where, and it could start out of like a really friendly, like, hey, we're all buds sense too, but you get this thing where like it's slowly, you start to lose track of why anyone was there in the first place. And yeah, it's rough. Like, the Twitch thing is an interesting thing in an interesting spot. The fact that there's like the way they talk about like how what makes Americans so quirky is they, you know, when they're poor, they don't see themselves as tools being used by the system. They see themselves as temporarily embarrassed millionaires, or whatever the phrase is. Someone much smarter than me came up with that, so I can't remember the exact wording, but everyone on Twitch, myself included, more often than not, sees themselves as like temporarily embarrassed top 1% streamers. Not everyone, but it's just like there is like that vibe of just like, well, eventually, you know, like I'll be part of that, like that group of like you you know, the 30 people that get to make millions of dollars out here, and that's not the case. So it's like, if that's not the case, I'm just here to play games. Yeah, I'm just like, that should be more the vibe. And I would say you have a more mature approach than most. There's a weird I don't even know quite how to describe it, and then it's like it sounds quickly like very hypocritical and weird if I do. So it's I'm not trying to say I'm like some saint, that, because Lord knows I've messed this up too. I'm also broke the most steamers though, so I don't really. Yeah, I just I love the little guy struggling behind. I will say, for me, I am always under some level of delusion about most things that I do. So, like, I am not the average bear in those categories. That said, yeah, it's like the attitude should be like, hey, this place should exist to just kind of be able to play games, hang out with people. As we talk though, the whole lot of people that stream to nobody. If I make it, Sam says, if I make it big, that'd be cool, but if I make it too big, I think I'd leave the internet. I couldn't deal with constantly worrying about people just wanting to be around me to leech off popularity. I didn't even think about that aspect of it, which is it's oh my god, I watched the because we watched Naked Gun, which is directed by the Lonely Island guy, and someone in the shop yesterday was like, oh, no, I've never seen the Pop Star movie, so we watched that. That makes me think of, there's a scene where Andy Samberg, to like know who he could trust, makes shit pancakes to see who will tell him that the pancakes taste like shit. It's like his best friend, he's like, no man, you passed the test, you told me they tasted like shit. And he's like, you fed me shit pancakes. I'm on a boat thinking about, yeah, Lonely Island's great. That movie Pop Star, Never Stop Never Stopping, is underrated. It's very good. Yeah, like my social anxiety would make me hate it eventually. I don't think I could handle being at the top, because I think I'd say or do something and then it would turn into like it would turn into a thing, and then it would like steamroll, and then people would be like, do you see this thing he said on the stream 6 years ago? And then it would be that would be a thing, and then I would take it way too personally. Watching the whole last year or two of like, oh my gosh, Pirate Software, he's the greatest streamer ever. We are all just like, wish we were as good as streamers as Pirate Software, he's the greatest. whiplash into, oh my gosh, that guy is the worst person who ever existed, and how dare he ever talk into a microphone on the internet. In not much time. Like, it's been... Like, I had never heard of the guy 2 years ago, and then I couldn't afford to not hear about it. It was everywhere. And then that turned into, yeah, this of like, oh, screw that guy. How dare. He's been around a while, like occasionally, yeah. Sam said, this is why I tell people not to look up to me or put me on a pillar. I don't want people worshiping me. There's zero way not to let people down eventually. Yeah, I mean, I for sure will. I've let people down constantly already at this small level of which I exist at. Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember this first map that looks like I should be able to walk through these doors to get right to it, but you can't get through any of these doors. Cheeky's the best streamer ever. I mean, I can agree with that. I'm fine with that. That's the statement. Been around a while, but he super blew up in the last few years. You couldn't open up TikTok or YouTube without his video being promoted, even if you weren't following him. Yeah. And then now it's like you can't open up TikTok or YouTube without someone just being like, do you know who is the worst person in existence? Pirate Software. It's like, I didn't want to care about this guy. You guys made me care about him. I mean, he had like being arrogant as part of his brand, which is always going to make your downfall worse, obviously, but still. Like, my thing is always like, Sam says people were just mad he didn't apologize correctly for letting people die in like a permadeath World of Warcraft or something. That might be it. I thought, I could be wrong. I thought that it all started to turn on him not having what people thought was the correct opinion on the like save the game, stop the games movement or whatever that thing was. It was some like there was a movement to change a law, stop killing games, yeah. And he had some very, it's the kind of shit that gets me in trouble. He had some like very nuanced take of like why that why he agreed with the desire to make that change, but why that particular stop killing games thing was like not gonna be the right way to get that job done. And then people were very upset that he just didn't outright support the thing. Was what I thought was the start of it all, but I could be wrong. I had no idea about the permadeath thing. But like the big lash that started when he was playing World of Warcraft with other big streamers, and instead of doing some strat he mentioned before, he ran from a big fight and his party died because of it. And when they wanted him to apologize, he like doubled down and people got super mad at him. That is weird. that is because I could almost understand the stop killing games thing, but yeah, like you said, it's just a game. Like, why would Does any of this make you a horrible person? I mean, according to some pieces of the internet, yes. Well, there's a, you know, for better or worse, right now, the people have like this very totalitarian, I don't even know if that's the right word, but view on things where someone is either all good or all bad. There's like no, there's no room in between. Like, so you can't have a good person who makes mistakes, and you can't have someone who is like otherwise a bad person, but then they happen to do something good. Like it is this, like, and most people fall somewhere in the middle of things. You know, it's like the world is messy. It always has been. But everyone, in the eyes of kids on the internet, yeah, there's no spectrum anymore, as Sam put it. You know, it is this weird existence where it's just like, someone is either all good or all bad. They either are someone who's like, oh my gosh, they do no wrong, the best person ever, and then, or it's like, oh my god, how could you enjoy something that person made or did? Don't you know they did XYZ at one point? It is this very weird, it's just where things are at right now. And it's in, I will say this to the people that are frustrated by it. It's on the whole, it's a good thing, because it's a mark of progress, because for too long we lived in a world that was like, oh man, yeah, inconvenient what Bill Cosby's doing with those ladies, but like, Cosby Show, right? Like, that was the world we lived in, and that world sucks. I would much rather live in this world. I'm not saying that this world does not have its problems, but I would much rather have these problems than those problems. You know? Jesus. That's what I don't get when everyone's just like, people are so too uptight these days. It's like, yeah, but do you remember when people weren't uptight enough? Do you remember how shitty and weird that was? Good morning, Josh. Josh says, I love people that are calling cancel culture new. I couldn't watch Disney because Pastor said so in the 1900s. Yeah. I couldn't watch Ninja Turtles. Sam said, I think it's okay to not vibe with some choices and move on, but you don't have to send other people death threats. Yeah. Yeah, I've never understood that response. Ever. Life is too short. And hard enough. And it's okay that not everybody's for everybody. Like, that's fine too. I think that's the other issue with like the you know, the streamers that have that level of following is just like, that's a pretty, even in the in the early days, that's a pretty big tent. That's a lot of people to kind of all be like not on the same page, all be and it's okay to just already saying, I've been told to boycott Harry Potter by both sides at some point. Me too. Here's the weird thing I've wrapped back around to, though, where it's like, I kind of get it this time. I feel like this is a better case. I did laugh like crazy watching, I think it was on Threads, that someone come hard in the paint of, I forget what the other thing there was they're mad about. They're like, man, HBO Max has that, and they have all the Harry Potter content, and then they used asterisks too to like not even use the word Harry Potter, which I was like, okay. And like they're like, is there even a reason to like to get HBO Max anymore? And then someone underneath was like, yeah, I do for all the DC stuff, and then I really like Last Week Tonight. And then immediately it was like, oh yeah, that's a good point. I guess I'll keep HBO Max. What are we doing here, guys? Like, is that the level of our conviction? It's like, oh, you reminded me of something I actually do want to watch. Like the energy was so like, I'm not going to support this, and you're a bad person if you do, till someone pointed out something. Oh yeah, I do want to watch that. Never mind. It's a weird world we're living in right now. All right. All that said, please. I imagine, since I'm sitting here playing a game that came out in 1989, that the average person watching this is in their, at the earliest, late 20s, but probably in their 30s or 40s. We will have elections next year. Please. If you're someone who has any kind of passionate feelings, opinions, anything else, consider running in your local elections. Even if you're just run to lose. If you're like, oh man, but in my area, I am like, it just always goes this way, you know, it always goes Republican or always goes Democrat, and I would be running on the other side of the ticket, and so there's no point in me running. Please consider so that people have another option on that ballot. Shots fired at our agent, sorry. We need to stop waiting for other people to do these things, and we need to do these things. It's frustrating. I don't want to run, and I don't want to win. But that's the game. That is the game. And we can't like just sit and like be frustrated about it is an exhausting, frustrating thing that I would like to just stick my head in the sand about too. But you know, the social media posts, the not watching things, all the stuff that they like that does not actually like, I would say this, like, as someone who is like, I've chosen not to engage with Harry Potter shit anymore personally. Which everyone's journey with that is their own, of how best to handle that colossal shit fire of the thing. I will say though that it's like if you care about like young trans people, like you can get a lot more done for them by running and ending up on a local school board than you can by watching or not watching Harry Potter. And I think that's like where our generation has like messed up a lot, is that we kind of mix up the importance of those two things. And like we've given up the school boards, and a lot of us have chosen not to have kids, right? But that doesn't mean that we don't need you on school boards for the kids coming up that, it's tough. It's like I would rather live in a world where none of us had to like pay attention to this stuff, but like that's how we got here. Yeah, so go run for something silly. Even if you just get on like a city council board or something, or even just go through the process of running for it. It'll open, man, just even, what's up next? How are you doing, man? It's been a minute. I don't know how much we're partying, but we're here and we're people. Pandemonium music remains really good. Any day you're getting out of bed has the potential to turn into a party. I mean, that's true. I'm Dave, and I like to party. Have we gone past the screen before? I don't remember. All right, we've moved on. This one, so we go down, up, and around. Okay. I love how I just looked at that 2 seconds ago and then I talked myself out of it. Alright, up and to the right. I have to watch Hot Rod after this. I mean, were you here for when I was talking about Popstar Never Stop, Never Stopping? That's probably my next. Hot Rod's probably my next watch because that's the best part about Naked Gun doing as well as it's doing is that's the same guy directed those 3 movies, and he now has finally directed a movie that is like financially successful. Hot Rod, though, I mean, I didn't think that was great. I thought it was... So Hot Rod's great in the sense of just like, oh man, they let them just make that. like you could definitely tell that just feels like a really earnest effort. I think that's what I was making. I really need to watch Naked Gun. Naked Gun's great. There is a couple moments in it that feel very Lonely Island too, where you're just like, yep, the Lonely Island guy made this. But the Popstar is so good. Popstar's amazing. I love it. Yeah. It's Anshiki, nice. I would say if you enjoyed both of those and you for some reason haven't watched the Please Don't Destroy movie, the something mountain or whatever that came out, that definitely That movie's great. High recommend. Nick says first two Naked Gun movies were some of my favorite comedies growing up, along with Airplane and other Zucker movies. That third one though, oof, yeah, it's okay. I love the original Police Squad too. But yeah, the new Naked Gun is, and then seeing it in a theater just like full of people was, it was so good. Like, especially there's a bunch of old couples around us, I guess, because it's Naked Gun, you know, and it's a bunch of people that have more of a relationship with the original series, and it was great. It was a very I would say not every gag in that movie is going to work for everybody. Some of the gags that worked the best for the most people were very much ones that I was like, I have seen this in other films. I don't know why this is getting the reaction. Like, it's funny, but it's like, it's not. I'm not reacting like I did the first time I saw this particular gag, right? But it's a very good movie, and it's good just to have comedies in theater again. Like, I can't remember the last time it's even been offered to me as a human being to like be able to go to the theater and watch a comedy film. And it's rough as someone who loves comic book stuff, obviously. Built my life around that stuff. I will say that it's like, I don't think on the whole it's the everything being a comic movie for. Like, I think we need to have other types of movies. I think that's for the benefit of us all as a culture, you know. Like, I think we need other flavors of films, and not just comic book movie after comic book movie after comic book movie. Oh, I forgot to move him forward. God damn it. No, only superhero movies all day, every day. I mean, that's basically what we've been living in. It's so funny because it's like, if you go back, it's so funny now because we're so past that. Like, we're now at the like, oh man, will comic book movies stick around? And have they overstayed their welcome? But you can go back just a couple of years to like when they were at their like insane peak, and people were like really mourning the like, man, it sucks that we don't have romantic comedies anymore, and it sucks that we don't have like adult dramas anymore, and like this isn't good as a whole. And you can find at the time honest online discourse of people being like, straight up, like, they're just sitting there like, yeah, well, we could just have romantic comedies that are set in the Marvel universe. Like, it's fine. Like, I don't know why you guys are complaining so much. Everything can just be a Marvel movie, and then it's like, that was the pitch, and you have people earnestly saying that. Which is so insane to think about now. I remember being in those conversations and just being like, what are you talking about? And then now it seems like absolute lunacy, since like the question is like, how, you know, is this MCU thing sustainable at all? But like at the time when they were like up high, there was no amount of like, yeah, maybe not every movie should be us. It's like, what if every movie was us? okay, women, you can have your movies too, but they need to take place in the greater Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now, if you do happen to make a movie with someone who's not a white male, we're gonna like flip out. Still. Weird world. Okay, we've made it to here. This screen is weird. Okay, we have to go. Do we have to go through all three of these? This is basically one of those where, like, we have to go through one screen to get to the other screen. I'm trying to figure out if we have to go to the one on the left, though, or not. Huh. I'm trying to understand all this from the map, and I'm not making any sense of it, so I guess we're just gonna play it and see what happens. Or puts us out. You basically want to go into Six. I think that's the case. Sorry. Still trying to understand that map. It's weird. Not time to elixir her up again. Wait, no, she has plenty, so. What was I reading that? Oh, I think I was reading Jeff's MP and using it as hers. Still feels like this is all doable. The question becomes, like, is it even doable in, like, a 2-hour time slot? Which is itself a very big wonder. So we can... Sam says unsure. Yeah, I'm kind of there, too. It is a long run. Let me try to see... Yeah, I might try to see if I can schedule, like, a day where, like, the wrong map, Jeffrey. So I think, yeah, so 1, 2. I think if I go into the third one, it takes me to this screen. I think that's where I want to be. But do we want to... The other screen is where the big fancy sword is. But how do we even get there? So it pops in. Do we want to worry about questing for that. It's like, I don't super feel like we need it, but like we could go towards that, and that would feel like more of a like, hey, we got something done. Yeah, it is a long run. I'm gonna keep going for now. I'm trying to figure out the... Wait, what made me think that I could... Oh, because you have to go all the way around. Yeah, I guess maybe go for the sword first? I don't know. I mean, the good news is that it's like, it does seem like, short of getting like a real bad shake like we did when we first walked in today, with just RNG stuff, like, it does seem like it's a pretty doable thing, especially like with elixirs. I'm gonna move this map over here so I can just keep looking at it. Crazy Town Banana Pants. Okay, so we want... Where are they? Yes. So you want to go into the door all the way to the left. Yeah, so there's 4 doors here. As you were just wondering what's going on. There's 4 doors here that lead to 2 different maps. The 2 on the left lead to one map, the 2 on the right lead to another map, and lead you to different... They terminate at different locations within those 2. So it's like... it's this weird thing where it's like, okay, if you go through this door, you go to the same map as this door, but you're closing off completely different paths and stuff at that point, right? So that means that there is one of the doors that has one path out, like, to continue on with the dungeon, and then there is 1, 2, 3, basically 4 maps after that still, which is just the nature of this thing. We're gonna take basically the first path through to hopefully get up and grab the best sword in the game. Because that theoretically will put us just better positioned, you know, to be able to make like one cleaner run through. And then the elixirs make it so that we can get through this. I might need to talk to Selena and just like set up a time of just like, hey, I'm gonna need like a day. I'm gonna need like a really selfish day to be able to just like sit and do this, because it's it doesn't look like it's gonna plug super easily into into a nice little clean couple hour stream format. It's a long haul through. That said, though, I started a little late. So in theory, you know, in a world where you're not starting so late, and you know, we're gonna, in theory, come out of this better with a better sword, with better stats, you know. So maybe you have a much cleaner run. Maybe you get through that first dungeon a lot faster, you know. And then I remember this from beating the first game. It's just the amount of times that you walk through these spaces, like you start to not have to look at the map, and so that cuts down on time too, because you just know more instinctively where you're going. You have those routes in your brain, so that'll happen too over time. So it could maybe be done in like a nice little clean 2 hours. I think the Sam response of "I don't know" is probably the correct one, unfortunately, because it's just, you know, it's a lot. And then it's they have to be brave and pick a 3-hour day. Yeah. Well, it doesn't help when we get instantly. It'd be so funny if we just get wiped out here. Oh my god. Because that's, I mean, that's the real shit thing about this is, like, you could get just a bad roll of the dice at some point. And if it's not happening in this room, it could happen 3 rooms up, right? Like, it's just... Like, I can't take a move right now. But they're all running away, which is itself weird. Like, they have me at this point. They insta-killed my biggest hitter. And then they are keeping me paralyzed, so I can't take a move. Have to be brave, pick a 3-hour day, or grind to max stats. I mean, it's effectively kind of what I'm doing. Of just, you know, continuing to just play on. And I mean, this is how you would play this game in 1989, right? You would make little runs in, you'd be keeping notes, or you'd be using, you know, the Nintendo Power maps, and then you would be slowly pathing your trip through, and then as you would go in and then, you know, warp out, you would keep getting more experience and getting where you can get deeper and deeper in, and that's this game. But like we're only on this second elixir at this point, and we're pretty. There's not any chance in the. Oh god damn it, he's back. There's not any chance in the world that I would know that it was there. Like, that's stupid. To be fair, though, that stuff is annoying now, but it was so cool. Like, the way you would talk to your friends on the playground and be like, oh my god, no, you don't understand. You can walk right through this thing. And there's no internet to check each other's work, so it's just like you might have the wrong dungeon, but you watched your uncle walk through a thing, and you're like, oh my god. Cool time. I'm not gonna use fire on him because it seems like he likes fire. Being a red dragon and all, that keeps throwing fire at me. Really wish I would remember to move him up. Feel like he would make pretty short work of this guy. Finally done downloading clips. That was so tedious. We had, for some reason, in a very similar fashion to, hey, they updated the clip thing and it broke everything. We had our, I don't know what they did to PayPal, but we do a lot of PayPal invoicing. And they switched it about 2 years ago to where I couldn't just like list items anymore the way I used to. Like, so like if I was invoicing someone, I could just be like, this comic, dollar amount, this comic, dollar amount. They switched it a year or two ago to where I had to, every single time, like fully add each individual thing like as a repeatable item, which like sometimes we have, but oftentimes, you know, it's like that's the job, is like, here's this literal one-of-a-kind thing, that they wanted to streamline it for people that just like, it's the TikTok shopification of everything, of just like, why would you sell a million different things when you can just sell one shitty product over and over and over again, right? Which is fine. So then I had to, that in itself probably doubled the time it took me to send an invoice. But then I got pretty quick at it and cut some time off it. But then all of a sudden, in the last 48 hours, I don't know what's happened on their end. But every time I go to add new item and go to like type anything in, it is like you're using dial-up internet or like a computer with 0 RAM. Like, I have to sit there and wait and wait and wait for the thing that I typed in to like hit the thing, be there. So then, because it used to be able to be like Hulk 17, and then it'd pop up a thing, would you like to add an item? Hulk 17 is like, no, but you're gonna make me. So I'd hit that button and do it that way. And now I'm like, Hulk 17, and I sit there and I sit there and sit there, and a minute later I watch my text enter. And I thought it was such a bad thing. Like, I thought it was computer based, and so I was like, I brought a bunch of stuff home to just invoice from here, because why would I think it was anything but that computer that was causing that problem? And then I got home and I was like, oh, it's just PayPal. They just broke their shit. I could heal him, but I think it's almost beneficial for these guys in the front row to die so that my heavy hitter can actually be able to get a hit. Yeah, it was rough. It was, especially at the end of the night last night, I just wanted to like go to bed, and I end my work day, and I was just like, I have to get these invoices done, because I have to invoice everybody immediately following a live show, because otherwise I forget, they forget. It's the whole thing. Hey, we got him. Holy cow. Thank you. Dragon Shield. That's worth taking up a slot. Okay. It's interesting. So when I cure, the music pauses. It doesn't like just fade out and come back, which makes me think that so like these like sound effect noises are probably happening on a different internal channel than the music is, and then the cure, when you cure, is probably actually itself like a tiny little music track that like overrides. That's neat. Programming's fun. One of my favorite things about this game, and Sam, you'll love this, is that the reason they were able to get this game done and then the game a year earlier and then this game done is they had like a wonderkin programmer who's like very important for all of Final Fantasy stuff, who was actually an American citizen, and his visa stuff was running up in Japan, and in order to get the game finished, because he was so important to the process and like he's just kind of a brilliant dude, they basically moved their... So this game never came out in America, but this game was finished in America because they moved their entire production to the States to work around him and his visa problems. Which is cool. Masmune! What is the actual name? It's not spelled that way usually, is it? Yeah, Masamune is usually the spelling, but that's fine. We did it. Alright, so let's... Seems weird to unequip Excalibur. That's a pretty significant change, though. Masamune's house, yeah, there's a lot of translation problems with this thing. Dragon and Opal are the same. Dragon's Shield just seems cooler. Probably character limit. Yeah. One more letter would be hitting the armor. I guess that's true. But we did it, guys. Let's warp on out of here. I mean, I ended up not doing this last week, and 2 weeks ago, the pitch was that like, hey, we can do one of these, go get the sword, come out, and then do one of these and probably finish the game. That's probably where we're at, you know? We fill back up with elixirs here. So I would say that like, oh yeah, I have to figure out what I'm doing with our weapons here. I always forget Sam is left-handed in this game. I love that there's just a character that's left-handed, though. All right, you're back. It doesn't change. You have a charm. Okay, so let's sell some stuff. I guess we'll get... Here's the genuine problem with the blood sword. Outside of boss battles, it is useless. In a boss battle, though, it is very clutch. I struggle selling that thing. It says we still have room. Should be able to get another elixir in there. But, like, would I actually remember before the final boss to, like, swap that thing? I don't know. The thing with the blood sword is if you look at its damage, it's like nothing. You get like 15 damage, but it does, I think, an eighth of something's HP every time it hits. Something like that. So, outside of boss battles, it's not very helpful. But like when you're in a boss battle, having something that the first round is knocking an eighth of its HP off is like pretty darn helpful, right? And it can't come in for the kill, but that at least gives us the same amount of elixirs we had. That should be doable. I probably should sell that blood sword though, and yep. Well, let's keep the blood sword, but let's sell some of that other stuff we can sell. I should keep the softs just in case. I can't sell this, can't sell this, and sell this. If you're new to the show, part of the fun of Final Fantasy II is your inventory is constantly collapsing because you can't get rid of the key items in the game. The real neat feature. All right, so we're gonna save. But yeah, I think now we have the best sword in the game. That took his attack like up insanely, even from Excalibur, that doesn't seem story-wise to make a whole lot of sense, but it is what it is. So like I could see a world where we could make a run through this, and maybe even next week. But yeah, let's wrap this up for now, and then we'll see if I can't get it done in 2 hours. Then I'll talk to Selena and see if I can carve out some time at some point. That's like, hey, I need a little more. But those are our raid messages. We'll go bug somebody. Thank you guys so much for hanging out for this. I really enjoy this game a lot. And I'm having fun. Oh, also YouTube. I should plug the YouTube. You can go there and you can watch my essay on the first Final Fantasy game. And then I've been putting work slowly into my video essay on Final Fantasy II. Due to come out shortly after I finish this game. So as the weeks go on that I haven't finished this yet, I'm kind of like always like back and forth and like, actually, That's helpful because I'm still not done with this thing. Let's go Bugcap, who is playing Death's Door right now. Appreciate you all. Be honest, be kind, be useful, live a good life. I'll see you tomorrow, I think, for Hollow Knight. I think we'll be on in the morning playing some Hollow Knight. Otherwise, have a good one, everyone. Thank you for being wonderful and amazing. You have a good day too, Sam. Bye!